Check your watch, you know the time. Cold World, Killer Cam. Niggas is fucking finished.
This shit too easy for me now. Nigga Cole been going.
What's up,
What's up, y'all? We back. Happy New Year. It's 2023 now. And we back. We been gone for a while, but we back with another episode. Y'all heard what I said, Sports Entertainment Podcast. But you guys tell these would be They Don't Want None. Y'all already know what we gonna talk about. The NFL playoffs, Super Wild Card Weekend is here. We got the matchups coming first on Saturday. We got the Seahawks and the 49ers. The Seahawks actually snuck into that last seed. But the 49ers, look how they ended the season. A 9-game win, 10-game win streak. They were 3-4. And they finished the season 13-4 on a 10-game win streak at the number 2 seed. So, predictions for this. Who advances?
Seahawks in the upset.
Liar.
So who the Seahawks playing? They playing the Niners again, right?
Don't y'all believe in Geno?
I ain't writing them off, but they not beating the 49ers. 49ers won. I think 49ers cover whatever spread they give them.
I think 49ers win cruising.
I might say cruising.
Easy win for them.
I go with the 49ers.
Interesting question I want to talk about is will we potentially see a Tom Brady-like run to the Super Bowl for Brock Purdy? Can it happen?
It's possible.
For Brock.
Still, at this point, no rookie quarterback has won a Super Bowl. It could be a chance this year, maybe.
I mean, I'm just skeptical now these days because these last 5-6 weeks of football, like, they made me rethink my position on the sport. Like it's already been proven, people up there trying to expose them for not being an actual sport because on the stock and on the trading, they are an entertainment company. It's sports entertainment. That's the reason why WWE be moving shit like that, because they know they're not the only people that's under entertainment. So it's kind of hard because when you're not continue the actual professional sport, you're able to choreograph and fix shit the way you want it for entertainment purposes. And just saying some shit that's been happening lately that for the first time in my life, I will never judge anybody who says they think the NFL is rigged, they don't watch football, because I don't blame them. Because it gets to everybody has their points where you like, I'm done with something, or a line you can't cross. And NFL just starting to cross the lines of a shit show to me. They become a shit show this shit. With the tour shit, all the way down to the Damar Hamlin, and then back to the tour, still can't. How the fuck are you in a concussion protocol? And then when you put him in a concussion protocol 3 years ago, y'all came and told us, we admit he didn't display any symptoms of a concussion. Then why the fuck is he still in the concussion protocol? It's just shit like that. If y'all are scared to get that lawsuit that's gonna fuck y'all up, if Tua get a third concussion this season, just say that. But there's no reason for a healthy ass Tua to not be able to play in a concussion protocol if he never displayed symptoms in the first place.
Yeah, and remember, the NFL is a non-profit organization.
Again, more stuff that can prove the reasons why they can script shit the way they want to. I mean, Bolo used to have a phrase, you can't script this shit. And it's starting to look like that. Y'all niggas is making it too easy to look like shit is scripted these days. And like, I don't know.
I don't know if it's just now. That we posted something earlier on our IG story with the T.O. catch.
Yeah.
And it looked like I was watching the play, and the Packers person that was in front of T.O. looked like he just ran away from him and let him catch the ball. I was looking like, why did he just clearly run to the side when he probably could have deflected? I'm like, that was going on.
Because the games we rigged.
Like, and it's like, even to go back to the Bills Bengals, not even about the injury. When the injury happened, forget that Joe Buck said we about to resume in 5 minutes. Nobody worried about that. It's the fact that it looked like the players and the coaches decided that they wasn't going to finish the game that night. You seen Zach Taylor run over to the field. Him and, what's his name? McDermott. Yeah, they both in the field. They ended that game. So how the fuck you going to come back a week later after the end, after y'all wanted to not play the game, And then Zach Taylor acting like he mad because they say, yeah, you might gotta flip a coin so you'll get a home game. You went to the coach to stop the game. It's that kind of entertainment shit like that where you acting like now your feelings care. When you made the dumbass decision 6 days ago, now you act like you care about this shit like that make me like, I don't give a fuck about y'all feelings. Like, first of all, you gotta play the Ravens again. Let's act like you really fucking cared who you played. You niggas don't care. But we wasn't even talking about that. 49's gonna win the Seahawks.
You know, it came together with Sean McDermott and the officials kind of led the way there, and it was determined, you know, just to take a few moments as teams to just process what had happened and separate and go to our sidelines and just take a few moments to process because no one had that chance. You know, I look at Sean and those players, all they were doing is looking at their teammate and their brother and hoping for the best there. That's the only thing going through their minds. I didn't say a word to anybody the entire time except for TB. Who knew DeMar, and I could tell that he was going through it. So I could just see the expressions on Jordan Poyer's face and Josh Allen's face and TB's face, and so you're processing just you know how awful the situation was. We separated as teams. The officials again did a great job of coming over to me and saying, hey, you know they're still trying to process this moment here, Coach McDermott and their team, and so instead of playing telephone on separate sidelines, the decision was made just to go over there and make sure we're all, you know, talking together. And I won't disclose any of the private conversations Sean and I had except for this. When I got over there, the first thing he said was, I need to be at the hospital tomorrow, and I shouldn't be coaching this game. And so that, to me, provides all the clarity because there was no unprecedented is the word that gets thrown out a lot about this situation because that's what it is. But in that moment, he really showed who he was, that all his focus was just on DeMar and being there for him, being there for his family at the hospital. And at that point, I think everything trended in the direction.
We don't know what's going to happen tonight, and who cares for a minute? No attachment to the outcome. This is the first time I've seen you emotional. What has this season meant to you?
It's meant everything. I'm just thankful. Glory to God. These fans, man, they've been rocking all year, keeping us going. It was ugly, man. We had to pull it out. God dang, let's go. Let's go, man. Come on, Lions, let's go.
Number one, I don't think an educated guess that they're going to wind up replaying that Bills-Bengals game from Monday night. As somebody said to me this past week, the game is bad mojo. It's time to leave it behind, move forward, not back. And I don't believe the league, under most circumstances, is going to wind up replaying that game. Now we get into the fact, okay, well, how does the league handle this? And there are many ideas that the league is kicking around, and they now can go into overdrive knowing that doctors feel encouraged about Damar Hamlin and where he's at in his recovery a few days after the tragic circumstances of Monday night. So when we go inside headquarters at Park Avenue in New York City, let me present a couple of scenarios that I think are under consideration and discussion, and I think they're a little bit different than a lot of people would have thought. One of them comes compliments of our Matthew Hasselbeck, and I want to credit him who came up with this idea, and I'm going to read it to you because he texted it to me yesterday, and I know the league has thought about this one. He said, you call the Bengals-Bills a tie. The number one seed gets the choice of home field throughout the playoffs or the bye. The number two seed gets whatever isn't chosen. So either a bye or home field advantage. That would be one scenario that I believe the league has talked about. The other one that I think might be even more viable and more discussed and might be the one that the league enacts before Saturday's game is this. If there is an AFC championship game in the end that involves teams that don't have the same amount of games played, where Monday night's non-result factors into who gets home field advantage, here's what I think the league would do. I think the league would say, we're not going to have any home field advantage this year. We're going to play the conference championship game on a neutral site. And so if it involves Kansas City or Buffalo or Cincinnati.
The other game we got Chargers versus the Jaguars. You got the Chargers back in the playoffs first time since 2018. Jaguars back in the playoffs first time since 2017 when they made the AFC Championship. And the Jaguars are at home. So, who y'all got of the Chargers and Jaguars? Y'all know I got the Chargers.
I got the Jags. They gonna stay hot. And they beat the Chargers early in the season in Los Angeles. I think it was like their third game of the season. I think Jacksonville won that. And Chargers defense is still suspect. You have a hot Trevor Lawrence.
Whoa. Back up. The Chargers had the best defense the last 5 weeks.
I wanted y'all to get y'all shit out first because you know how I talk.
But that man-to-man defense.
I mean, I like how I see that Jacksonville is hot. But this is one of those situations, in my opinion, where experience trumps talent. Yeah, you got the red hot Jaguars. Well, I don't know what makes them red hot. And niggas finished 9-8 just because they won a division. You still started the same Jacksonville Jaguars you start every year. Because Trevor Lawrence finally decided to throw for 300 yards. Say Jones finally decided to catch more than 50 receiving yards.
What experience did the Chargers?
Keenan Allen.
That man been in the playoffs once.
It's not even. It's not about the experience. You're going off of playoff experience. I'm going off experience of these niggas being Pro Bowlers. Shit that they showed me that they can be consistent every year. See, you talk about stuff like Keenan Allen. This when people start to separate the fact that this is a team game. Keenan Allen is still the only nigga you trust on that team every year. So you can't blame him.
That's not true, because he been hurt every year, so I haven't been trusting no Keenan Allen.
And even hurt Keenan Allen is better than most.
I heard Keenan Allen is better than
most people number one.
Jaguars.
Even if he give me 8-10 games a season, his 8-10 games are gonna be more impactful than a nigga like Cortland Sutton on the 5-12, 5-11. I mean, I was looking about to say basketball Broncos. So like, I'm not even going to disrespect Keenan Allen like that.
But still, with this core, this is the first time the Chargers made the playoffs with this core.
Yeah, and now I feel like this is the type. This is the type of thing you're going to see. You see the young boys, Rayshawn Jenkins, Big Stroud, all those big young boys over there in Jacksonville who've been balling all season. But then let's look at the Chargers, who got the likes of Joey Bosa, Khalil Mack, Derwin James. They got so much experience over there that these niggas was basically on some Golden State Warriors Lakers injury management this year. Niggas was hurt and playing 2 games, not playing, but it's the playoffs. Guess how many of them fucking Pro Bowlers gonna be out there on Saturday, Sunday, ready to fucking play?
All of them.
All them niggas gonna play. And I guarantee you're gonna see a difference in playoff defense when you got a Khalil Mack coming from this way, when you got Derwin James ready to fucking blitz off that fucking edge. Like, it's just a difference. I'm not saying that Jacksonville not gonna show me something, but they gonna have to go above and beyond because these niggas have been there. Not the success of the playoffs, but they've been in these pressure situations before. Where in Jacksonville, the most pressure they had was just last week to win a division title, and they barely did that against Joshua Dobbs. And Darren be like, no, he barely won by like 18.
No, it wasn't a blowout. They got the lead at the end.
It's a team game. Tennessee had tough defense almost all season. They've been in every game, no matter who that quarterback was. That's why they started 7-3.
No, they wasn't. They got blown out against the Cowboys.
That's the only game. They've been in every game other than that.
And we can say the same thing for the Broncos, and they got even more losses.
They got blown out against the Bengals.
What?
Like week 10.
No damn blowout.
Shit, my Patriots was in every game. We ain't made the playoffs.
I know.
We had some good ass niggas. We probably the only team that outscored defense almost every game. Niggas getting busy out that bitch. But I ain't even pick my team. Chargers win. It could be a field goal, it could be a touchdown, but I don't got Jacksonville shocking nobody just because they won a division. Just like I didn't see Tennessee shocking nobody when they was putting up signs, we 9-0, we gon' what happened to them? I've never been scared of a team from your division, bro. Not even when Peyton Manning was beating niggas, because he is just go 14-2 and losing the division.
Remember 3 years ago when the Texans was up 24-0 against the Chiefs and lost the game?
Oh, Andrew Luck?
I'm talking about when Deshaun Watson was on that, when they was up 24-0 in Kansas City and they lost 51-31, I think.
I wish we was legal betting on that game, but I definitely took them plus.
The Chargers, I told you 4 weeks ago, Chargers are most likely going to win out until they clinch a playoff spot. And they did. I'm not saying they played great competition, but they did what they were supposed to do. And they were locked into the spot, to play the Jaguars. But the Jaguars are not going to see what's going to hit them. The Chargers are going to put like a 40 burger
really
on
like
it.
the Chargers?
I don't think the Jaguars are even in this game.
Really?
I think this is a blowout of epic proportions, and all of a sudden everyone's going to go, ooh, maybe Justin Herbert is the real deal.